Hello everyone, today is Tuesday, February 18th. It's almost 5 p.m. Eastern Time. What we're looking at here is a screenshot from one of our subscribers, Terry, who is working on a combine, or he may have already qualified for the combine with Autotrader, and he sent me the screenshot. So, very nicely done. Let's hear it for Terry on this chart here. A couple of really nice trades on Super Renko 6. Trader Jim gave me a couple of videos from the weekend. He traded Globex, and I got to thinking about all the live videos that we've got from Trader Jim. There's about 160 or 70 of them now, and I think we have maybe made YouTube history in the trading world that we have probably 170 videos without a single losing day. Make no mistake, there's been some losing trades, but I don't think Jim has ever sent me a video that was a losing day. So that Trader Jim is qualified for 6 combines, and pretty remarkable. So hats off to Trader Jim, and we all appreciate his efforts here. Let's have a look at Trader Jim's video trading Globex over the weekend.
Sunday night, Globex, Super Renko 6. Regular template, 2 contracts targeting $500. The reason for the long is a very strong opening here, and them trading above 96.60 should bring them to 96.80 at the least, and 97.15 is the zone overhead. So just wanted to do this real quickly before I forget. Someone wanted to know the template. I showed this chart Friday afternoon, really just to illustrate the idea of having the Autotrader choose longs or shorts. And in this template, you can see both are clicked. Once again, this is a sim account. For those who did not see the video from Friday, this is a sim account, not a live account. And this chart includes historical trades. You see the H next to the price, meaning these trades did not happen live because I just started my computer up. So these are all historical trades. So the total for the, I think, 11 or 13 days that are loaded up here, so it's 13 days. The total, cumulative total for the 13 days, which includes commission, is 5,700. Again, this is historical charts. Never just go by historical charts. Make sure you back test and forward test. Historical charts do not have accurate results, so just beware. But in any case, the only reason why I showed it is because in this template, the trades are filtered by a higher time frame, which is a 60-minute time frame. So first of all, this is the setup. I'll try to take a screenshot, I guess, or let me know if this is too small. I hope you can see it. Then the entries. So of course the higher time frame is 1, and 1 meaning that it is activated. The exits, so there is a time exit and a precision trend exit. The higher time frame, as I said, is a 60-minute time frame with a 1.4, I'm sorry, with a 1, the sensitivity of 1. And this one just trades 1 contract with a $1,000 target and risking 1,000. No break-evens, no trail stops. So the whole point of this chart was not to necessarily say that this is a good template, but just to show how it is beneficial if you have some kind of a filter for the Autotrader. Don't just allow it to take longs and shorts without some kind of a bias. So this template creates a bias, in this case, a 60-minute higher time frame. All right, first target hit. Apparently, they might not have any need to test any lower numbers. Definitely shows just a lot of strength, and that zone overhead of 97.15 is definitely they might just be going straight there. I still don't want to engage any of the larger time frames like the 987. It's really tomorrow is a short day, so I cannot be in overnight tomorrow. So markets close at 1 o'clock my time. I'm going to stick, if there are any more opportunities, I'm going to just keep sticking with the Super Renko 6. It's very appropriate for this kind of trading. So let's see, I'm trying to figure out if I should put my stop at break even or just let them trade straight to the target. I'm going to put it at break even. Well, here it is. So not a very clean trade. Right after 6 o'clock, I mean, a good looking long. First target out at the second half, and then Autotrader realizes, identifies another long trade, and well, done. Not as much action as the past couple of Sundays, but I'll take whatever they're willing to give me. Trade of about 2.5 hours long. $500, 2 contracts, done.
All right, Monday night now, Globex, a little after 7 p.m., Super Renko 6, a short. This is same exact template as Sunday night. Now, why a short? We opened up about 50 points lower and can't seem to get back up, which tells me they should attempt around 95.30. So I have the 987 Hakinashi chart activated on a short side as well. I will show this chart a bit later. Here is first target. I'm not even considering putting in a break-even stop here. They're going lower. This is very weak behavior. Definitely unexpected, but I will take advantage of it, going for a full target here. Okay, well, here's the full target, and they're not even stopping. Red across the board. They're going to keep taking it lower. As I said, 95.30 is what I would be looking for. The 987 is in the short as well. Let me see if I can bring up that chart. So here's the 987 with a short targeting 50 points. Just like before, just one contract going for 50 points, which should be around 42, 95.42, which is before 95.30, so I feel comfortable about that. Well, the trade is doing fine. It's getting a bit late. I'm just gonna let the Autotrader manage this trade and see where we are tomorrow morning. Well, the 987 does not disappoint. Hits a 50-point target at around 2:40 a.m. It is now a bit after 7. So this template, once again, trading just one contract with a 20-tick pullback. Let me just move this aside. 20-tick pullback, $1,000 target, 800 stop. Beautifully managed trade. So from around 7 p.m. to around 2:40, a little over 7 hours of trading, but the Autotrader hits its target. And now, interesting, we are bouncing before hitting the 95.30, which is actually bullish. I am considering putting the 987 on longs now and try to ride it back to 9600. All right, yeah, so put the 987 on longs and it took a long. I do have to leave. I'm going to let this trade go and hopefully be able to record it. I think since we could not reach 95.30, we should get back to around 9600. See you guys in the afternoon.
All right, Tuesday the 18th, 2:20 p.m. I am not going to trade in the afternoon. This is winter break, so schools are closed. My two boys are home. My wife is the teacher. She is home, so I'm going to spend some time with the family. I do want to do a very quick recap. So what the 987 Hakinashi chart, the long, oh, this was the short, I'm sorry. So first let's talk about the short. This was a short, so the opening gapped down pretty strongly. Good sell-off, waited for a retracement. So the Autotrader waits for a retracement in this template. And then takes a short, did feel some heat, but overall was a beautiful write down, one contract, hitting the target. But then I think I mentioned it, they did not quite get to 30. I think the low was 35. So the fact that they could not get to 30 actually made me begin to believe after this point somewhere here that we should be going up again to 9600, 9610 or 20. So let me show you the other Hakinashi now. Okay, so this is the long. So right after they could not quite touch 30 and began trending up, I clicked Autotrader on longs. It finds the long after retracement, takes the long, and just pretty much straight up. It didn't really, very little heat. Again, some heat on this trade, but really not too bad at all. Again, hitting its target, this time with a positive slippage. Again, same exact thing, 20. Oh, this one doesn't have a pullback. Interesting. Okay. Somehow I forgot to put a pullback on this chart, which is why I guess there was really no pullback here, just a very slight pullback. So I'm gonna have to change that because I do like you say, if this one had, let me change it right now actually. I want a 20 tick pullback. And let's make it 11 bars. So yeah, I see a 20 tick pullback would be pretty much down here, and so I would not feel any heat at all. Of course, the flip side of that is if you don't get the 20 tick pullback, you will miss out on the trade. So there is always a trade-off, right? So, but in any case, this one hits its target, and that was it. Let me bring the zones chart if I can. There we go. So the zones for this week. It's a bit too small. So 95, 95, which is, again, you know, it's never to the tick. So 95, 95, then the 96, 60, 97, 15, 95, 30, and 94, 60. These are the zones so far for this week. If they exceed the high or the low zone, I will just add them more during the week. So if we can just make this bigger, kind of explain my rationale behind early trades. So the early trades from last night were on the short side. We gapped down pretty good, kind of gapped down right out of, we closed right at the zone and then just gapped lower, tried to go below. And then of course, like I said, the regular thing for price to do is to try and consolidate around the zone. So that's what it did. But the fact that it couldn't convincingly break above it made me believe in a short side, which is why there was the short Super Enko 6 and the short 987 Hakinashi trade. Now, as they came down, you see the low was right around 35. So you can say, well, is 35 close enough to 30? It could be, but the fact that they couldn't touch it made me believe that they're going to try back for the zone of 95, 95. And sure enough, zone to zone came all the way here. this is a 30-minute chart, so each bar is 30 minutes, and you can see how they kind of tried to trade around the zone, finally broke through it, and then back to the zone, a little below it, and back up above it. And now they look pretty strong above it, so they might make it to the 96.60. That's at least now looks what they're shooting for. So again, just to reiterate something I said last week, to me, zones are not defined in the same way as I guess most people would define them. It is not necessarily an area of support or resistance. It is an area that attracts price. Price becomes attracted to that area. It might or might not stop there, but nevertheless, it is attracted to the area. And that's why you see this kind of a behavior around the zone, and then coming down and a rejection before it even got there. So when price gets close and immediately gets rejected like that, you know it's going to go back to the previous zone. And again, gets to the zone. Now you could say, well, why not make this the zone, since it coincides with the open, right? With Globex open, and it acted as resistance here, so maybe this should be a zone. To me, it is not a zone. It is true, and I am aware now of this number. It is a number that the market finds, for whatever reason, important, but to me, it is still not a zone. It has nothing to do with support or resistance. It has to do with attracting price. That's how I look at it, and that's how I trade, and that's how it helps me with a shorter trades like the Super Renko 6, with a smaller time frame, I mean trades like the Super Renko 6, with the higher time frames like the 987 Hakinashi. The way I look at the zones helps me trade. Now, for you, it could be something completely different. There is nothing wrong with just trading purely support and resistance, right? So here's would be our resistance here, and there was a reaction of this number, a very nice reaction. I mean, this is tens of points lower, so it is tradable on something like a Super Renko 6 for sure. And then once it breaks above it, well, you might want to start looking then for shorts, I'm sorry, for longs to go higher. So there are many different ways to trade, and don't necessarily trade what makes you comfortable. The only way you're going to be successful is if you trade what makes you comfortable. Okay, that's all for today. I'll try to send a video for tomorrow if there are going to be any opportunities during Globex.